Sunny bhai, I want to ask you about the pitches as well. But before that, I'll also ask you the same question that we're discussing. The player of the tournament. If you had to pick one, who are you going with?
I think it's going to be a close call between Sanju, Samson and Jasprit. Very close call. Even with Akshar Patel not too far behind. I know Akshar didn't get too many opportunities with the bat, but whenever he bowled, he's bowled well. And the fielding in the semi-final against England was absolutely top class.
Oh, we're talking about the player of the tournament. One player who will not be in contention of that is going to be Captain Suryakumar Yadav. But I guess what? At the moment, if you ask Sky that you're not in contention on one of the highest run getters or any of that sort, but you are getting to hold a World Cup trophy, I think he'll take that. He'll say, give me the World Cup trophy. I really don't care about player of the tournament or the highest run getter or not. And that's my next question. Harbhajan, I'll throw this one to you. For Suryakumar Yadav as well, there were big shoes that he had to fill. That of Rohit Sharma, who had won the title. When you come in after a title-winning campaign, everyone expects the title from you as well. What's the kind of legacy that Sky leaves behind as captain now?
Well, obviously, it's a proud moment for Suryakumar Yadav, and I'm really happy for him and also for each and every member of the team. No captain is bigger than the team. As I always mention, you're as good as your team is. So he's fortunate to have such good players in his team, likes of Sanju, Abhishek, Ishan Kishan in form, and Hardik Pandya and Dubey, Akshar, Jasprit, Bumrah. He's got all the match winners in his team, and he himself is a big match winner. Obviously, being a leader, being a captain, he's done a great job to put this team together for 1.5 years. This is how they wanted to play cricket and dominate the oppositions, and they have clearly showed, whatever they tried in one and a half or 2 years back, when this campaign started under Suryakumar Yadav. They have definitely worked hard to get to this level, and today is a celebration day for him and for all his close one who made this team. And of course, this legacy will be carried forward by someone who will be taking over him maybe whenever time comes, but he's done a great job for Team India as a captain.
Right. Who will be the next captain? I think we have enough time to discuss that at a later date. Sunny Gavaskar, Harbhajan Singh and Maninder Singh all with us. We were talking about Suryakumar Yadav, the captain. Sunny bhai, to you on this one. I could see right after the victory, Suryakumar Yadav feeling very relieved, then, picking up that soil from the pitch, putting it on his forehead as a mark of respect. This was also a culmination of something that he had started 1.5 years back, eventually getting his hands on the cup that he so desired.
Well, he's such a calm, cool, collected captain, isn't he? Pretty much in the vogue of Rohit Sharma. Always smiling, always positive in his attitude, in his approach, and the way he's handled situation, despite the fact that he didn't have despite the outstanding skills that many hoped he would have. He started off by saving India from an awkward situation against the USA, scoring 84 not out when India was 77 for I think 60 thereabouts. And then after that didn't quite get the runs. But his leadership was beyond reproach, beyond question. He was clearly the leader, and that you could see that everybody in the team looked up to him, was very fond of him, and wanted to do that little bit extra for him.
That's a very interesting point that Mr. Gavaskar makes. He says leader. And I've heard Suryakumar Yadav say this previously as well. We refer to the captain as sometimes skipper or the captain as I just mentioned. But Suryakumar Yadav quite often used to come into press conference I have attended and he said, listen, I want to be a leader. What is the difference between a skipper and a leader? And if he was indeed the leader, did he do his job in that sense of inspiring his team to that title?
Did a job brilliantly, because he wasn't scoring runs himself. He wasn't scoring runs consistently. And, sometimes you go into that zone where you start thinking that how do I start getting runs? I'm being criticized for not scoring runs, still being the captain of the Indian team. And then to handle these boys, it's not very easy. And I think he's done that brilliantly. And the best thing about him is that smile on his face. That's very important for a leader. You know, he's very calm on the field. If his bowlers are going for runs, he'll go and talk to them, but you never see him shouting at his boys, which Maninder Singh Dhoni also used to do. Very rarely did we see Maninder Singh Dhoni shouting at his bowlers or telling them that they're bowling the wrong line. But Suryakumar Yadav, he's a different fish in the pond anyway. You know, he keeps smiling all the time. This is how I've seen him since 2011-12, and this is how he's remained. And that is very important, to calm the boys down, whatever situation you are in. Because after that South Africa loss, this team could have gone anywhere. But it is that leader, Suryakumar Yadav, who kept them together, who kept the atmosphere good. I mean, let's give credit to Gautam Gambhir and his team as well, the coaching staff. They must have done a wonderful job as well to keep these boys on their toes and make them realize what they're made of. But Suryakumar Yadav, hats off to him, because he wasn't performing consistently, still got the team to win, still got the team to perform consistently.
Interesting comparison that you make about Suryakumar Yadav and MS Dhoni, calm, collective. I think in that sense, he's a bit of a Rohit Sharma and a bit of a MS Dhoni. Calm as MS Dhoni, but has that nonchalant, sense of humor that comes along with a Rohit Sharma. So a good mix of an MS Dhoni and Rohit Sharma. In terms of personality, of course, they're all very different captains tactically, but in terms of personality, I think he's a very good mix of the two previous captains that have gone on to win the T20 World Cup. So there is another common thread that runs across these three captains that have lifted the T20 World Cup trophy for India. Harbhajan, Sunny Gavaskar, Maninder Singh, all still with us. Harbhajan, one common factor that everyone was discussing ahead of this game was the match at the Motera Stadium in Ahmedabad. Everyone was nervous. Nervous for good reason, because we went into that 2023 final with so much hope as the favourites, just like today, and then you faltered. And then in this tournament, you played only one game there, and then you lost. So I can't really blame the fans for being a bit nervous, a bit reluctant about India's performance. At the end of the day, fair to say that those bad memories have been wiped off now?
Yeah, see, a lot of people talk about Eden as well. Eden didn't have the best of the record, but somewhere down the line that got to change. And luckily, in our era, we could manage to do that. We started winning at the Eden, and we kind of changed that concept. What people were thinking, playing in Eden is always, difficult one, and India always lose the match there. So a lot of people talk about this stadium as well in Ahmedabad. If the game is happening there, India might lose, but it has got nothing to do with the cricketers or with the result of the game. It is the mindset of those people. They have never played cricket, and they feel that way. I think when two good teams plays against each other, one has to win and one will obviously lose. Other day India played against Australia. Like, Australia was a better team on that particular day. Throughout the tournament, India was unbeatable team, and suddenly comes a final, and Australia, they have better hand. So I think in this game, it goes on to show, if you put your right foot forward, I mean, to do everything right from ball one, you will get what result you want. So I think that is also done and dusted now. Whatever people used to think that this ground the panoti or whatsoever, what I've heard on social media, this is only for those people who never played the game, who spread such kind of negativity. Ground have nothing to do with the result. It is the players, how well they play on that particular day. So I'm so glad our team could manage to do that. Now at least people will start saying Ahmedabad is also a winning ground for us.
Absolutely, and one reason why you have such big games there is the fact that it's got a massive capacity there. And for big games, everyone wants a ticket. In fact, even with 130,000 people being accommodated in Ahmedabad, still you are short on tickets. That's how much there is love for cricket amongst Indian fans. So that's one of the reasons why the games happen there. And as you said correctly, this is a day everyone will forget. 19th November, 8th March is the new day everyone will remember, because that's the day India has lifted that T20 World Cup trophy.